what's good, Boston? It's your girl T Whitlow, of course, representing 617. You guys should know who I'm standing next to.
Oh, sure.
I'm doing very well. Would you like to formally introduce yourself?
Absolutely. What up, Boston? My name is Donnie Klang. You may have seen me on MTV's Making a Band for Diddy's crazy show that's airing right now every Thursday at 9 p.m. This season has been a little out of control, but I've been staying out of the drama, so that's probably how you would know me, as Donnie that stays out of all the drama.
Now, Donnie,
Try to.
you did. I have to say, you remained really low-key on the show. How did you do all of that, considering all the drama that was around you, and still find yourself when it was time to record and place yourself in that mental state?
I think basically it's just more the fact that I'm not surrounded by a group. I'm not in a group. I'm not splitting anything 5 ways, which is weighing on them even more. And then on top of that, they all have families outside of this, so it's crazy for them. I can't even imagine. Like you have a son and stuff at home, and you got to split everything 5 ways. Number one, you got people you're locked in a hotel with on the road for months at a time. Like, they're bound to fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I give it up to them for even making it through all the drama and all the fights and stuff.
All right, well, enough about making the band. Let's jump right on you.
All right.
Now, your album that you currently have out right now, it didn't do that well, unfortunately. Do you want to shout out what the name of that album was, so people can still pick it up?
Absolutely.
So you can help make it do better.
It's still available. It's called Just a Rolling Stone. It's in stores, available online, myspace.com/DonnieKlang. You can pick it up. There's actually a song on it called Pick It Up, which happens to be one of my favorite tracks. So, but I mean, as far as it not doing as well, I think it was just, there was a lot of mistakes that were made, especially because the show is called Making the Band.
Yeah.
So they were putting together a group, an R&B group, and they had no idea they were putting together a solo artist. And I didn't even know what style I was going to be. I used to sing in groups before this. So
I read that.
to me, yeah, it was kind of more like an experiment album instead of like my debut album. It was more like we were testing out the water, seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I think next album is just going to be more pop R&B, more top 40 driven, more like real, more stuff that people will say, okay, that's not like, they're trying to make him something that he's not. So we're working on it right now.
So would you say with that It's My Time album that it was just kind of more so compilations compiled of you kind of trying to find your own sound and the producers you were working with trying to find your own sound, that it just kind of got thrown together and it wasn't much love put into it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of, and I wasn't involved from the creative aspect, from the ground up. I was able to write once songs were already submitted and I was able to change a verse or something, but besides that, I wasn't able to really just sit there from, okay, let's make a song from scratch. What did I go through that I could put into a song and really get me out there? And I think that's what the album was missing more than anything. And then, of course, we were testing different styles. So with the next album, I just want to be more involved from the ground up. Like creatively, like producing, I produce from writing, and then I've made a lot of relationships with producers and writers that I plan on working with and just kind of building it again from the ground up.
I hear that. Now, the new album that you have coming out, it's set to be released September 09, right? Is that still the tentative date?
It should be released by probably fall of 09.
Okay.
So we're working on it now, but Diddy's album is coming out in the fall of 09.
Always promo man right here. I know Diddy.
I don't know if I would want to release it around that time because it's going to be all about Diddy at that time. So we might do like maybe a single before then, and then the album after, or just kind of wait. Just really, because we're in a rebuilding phase right now. Like you said, the album didn't do as good as it was, so we're going to take our time. I don't want to rush anything.
I hear that.
This time, especially Making the Band is over. There's 2 more episodes left. After that, we're just going to kind of step outside the box and like maybe do movies in the meantime.
Okay.
I just submitted our audition for Step Up 3.
Nice.
Step Up 3D. So I'm hoping that part will probably be a perfect way to keep my face out there in the meantime and then come out with the album.
Yeah, and reintroduce yourself as well to the fans.
And just and be Donnie, not Donnie from Making the Band.
Yeah. Now, okay, I'm going to go back to the next album that's coming out, but do you feel that if the second album doesn't do as well, that you might get cut? You feel like there's a possibility that you might get dropped, so it's kind of adding more pressure?
I think I'm really not even focused on that. I'm kind of more focused on just making music that's real, and the fans that I do have now have been so supportive that I know they'll appreciate it.
Definitely.
And then if radio doesn't happen to pick up on the next album, I can't even you can't even complain. Like, I had a great time while I lasted. I got to travel the world, see everything, perform, do what I love to do, and just like there's no ups, there's no downs. It's just I'm living it, and it's a blessing that I can't even like God forbid the second album doesn't fly. It's like still I made relationships with people that I could be in the music industry in other ways.
Yeah.
So, but obviously first and foremost, my first love would be for this next album. My biggest dream is to have that song that's so huge and overplayed annoyingly on the radio that you're like, damn, this song's on again. But then you see the artist perform live, and the whole room just erupts because you know the words top to bottom, front to back, and you're singing along with the artist. And it's like that's my biggest dream, to have a song that huge.
I hear you. Now the new album that's coming out, it's called "It's My Time," right?
No, I think that was leaked. I don't know who came out with that.
So my sources are wrong.
But I do
have to cut somebody.
I do actually like that title.
I like it too.
I'm not mad at it.
Because it's kind of like this is your time
it
now
is
to shine and break out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I like that. I was thinking about maybe just calling it self-titled Donnie Klang, because it's gonna be more real.
Like an introduction.
Yeah, because even though I already came out with an album, usually your first album is self-titled. Sure. This one would be more me, so it makes sense that it would be self-titled. Either that or A Story of My Life is another one.
I like that, because you definitely have a crazy story.
Yeah.
Now, you also work with some heavy-hitting producers, and I also read that you said you felt like you were a sponge in the studio, where you kind of soaked up everything.
Yeah.
Can you let the fans and the viewers out there know exactly what you soaked up from those people that you utilized and you plan on moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I was at a point in my life where I was freshly signed to Bad Boy Records. This is like what I grew up listening to. Like me and my old group, we used to say Bad Boy on our tracks just because it just sounds great. And so it was a real time for me to just learn and like you said, soak everything in from these producers and writers that I'm like, my God, like these guys have done all the best songs the past 10, 20 years, and I'm getting to work with them. So for me, it was almost like, okay, I want to write for myself, but what could I learn from these guys? So I just took in everything I could possibly take in, from the littlest EQ to the notes and writing and everything, and it was just a great experience.
I hear you. Now, do you want to let the people out there know? I mean, I know you have a fan club. I know that they're always shouting you out on Bad Boy Online.
Yeah.
So is that your fan club, or do you have something a little more personal where they can maybe chat with you?
Yeah, I think the newest thing that I'm in love with to keep in touch with fans is Twitter. Twitter.com/DonnieKlang. Yes,
okay.
I'm on there.
I'm not on there yet. I'm kind of slow.
Oh, it's great. I wasn't quick to it, and then even when I first got it, I was like, it's just status updates, and that's it. I was like, why not just stay on Facebook? But I have my Facebook, and it's way more personal Facebook. So Twitter is a great way. I can hit it up right from my phone and say, right now I just finished the show, I'm doing an interview. I can do it right now if I want to. And then people will be like, wow, that's exactly what he's doing right now at this moment in Boston, Massachusetts. Or like, tonight I'm going out to a club, Boston, come out. They can just look online and see it and come out. Big shout out to my girl T. Whitlow. Obviously doing our big, like, I'm hearing we're doing an interview. T. Whitlow, you know about her already. Beantown stand up. This is crazy. And I'm from New York, so we're supposed to be fighting.
Are we?
I mean, Boston Celtics, New York.
I lived in New York for a little while.
New England Patriots, Giants.
I know. But we're still beyond that.
We are beyond that. What's up, everybody? This is Donnie Klang from MTV's hit reality show, Making the Band 4. Big shout out to 617live.com. Peace.
Boston is what I represent. Boston is what I represent. Three stripes. My troopers, where my troopers at? Where my troopers? Where my G's with three stripes? My troopers, where my troopers at? Where my G's with three stripes? Three stripes. Where my troopers?